Welcome back to another episode of The Perspective. I am your host, Brooklyn 80s, back with another good show here for you guys today. Today we're going to be talking about Tspoon's impact as a coach. But before we get into that, I want to say shout out to all my supporters, subscribers, people that like the page, comment on the page. I want to say shout out to the people that donate, everybody that uses the Cash App, salute. Everybody that's been using the Zelle, salute to you. I appreciate any donations you guys decide to give. But with that said, I got a video lined up for you guys with a few players that Tspoon coach and what they have to say about it. So you're going to hear from Angel Reese, Kamilla Cardoso, Chennedy Carter, Jordin Canada, Dearica Hamby, and they thoughts on her coaching style. So no further ado, let's get into it. First off, though, Dearica Hamby tweeted this the other day. She says, "Spoon, you came at the perfect time in my life. I wanted to grow in a certain area, and you knew that without me having to say a word. The blueprint, your fire, motivation, love, and passion is one of a kind. And it don't gotta make sense to them, but it makes fucking sense to me." Shout out to Dearica. But yeah, that was her words on Tspoon. And there's a video, man. This is what people saying about Spoon.
I just wanted to ask your experience just being coached by Tspoon here. Somebody was one of the first W players to be one of the first coaches here. What's been your experience working with him?
Spoon has been life-changing. Don't want to get emotional, but she has really spoke life into me. She's given me the confidence to be who I am, and she just is like a breath of fresh air, coming into this game. There's a lot of ups and downs, but she's consistent in her work, consistent in her energy that she gives each and every one of us, day in and day out. She comes here with a smile on her face, and she truly loves us. And you can tell the way she coaches, how passionate she is, but just us having one-on-one conversations, just things that I will always hold close to my heart. So I really appreciate this time with Spoon, and I know this doesn't stop here. I know that she will always be there for me when I need her, but just to have someone like that in my corner, and so all of our corners, to be honest, you don't get that every day, in a coach and in a person. And so I'm just very grateful and thankful to have met Spoon, to be coached by Spoon. And I can't wait to continue building our relationship. And yeah, she's just one hell of a human being.
Give a microphone to a player at the end of a win, and we actually gave the mic to Spoon today because she's just all season just believed in us so much. And throughout this entire game, even when we were down 10, she didn't think we were going to lose this game. She still preached us as if we were going to win the game. And so she really got us through that fourth quarter.
I think everybody in here knows what she's meant to this team. She's done so much this entire season here at Unrivaled that it was the best thing that could happen was for her to finish this game because of what she's done for us, the work that she's put in, and she didn't want to feel left out. She wanted the people to know just who she is. And she's valuable in many, many ways. Her voice is powerful. When she speaks, everyone listens. When she steps on the floor, she gives every ounce of energy that she has. And she's a conductor out there, and everybody out there believes in her. So it was the best thing that could ever happen was her to finish that game. She responds to it because she knows I'm not asking her something to do that she can't do. This is a guard you're looking at right here. She can do anything. She does whatever she wants to out there, and it's hard to stop it. So I coach her hard because I want nothing but greatness from her every night. I'm just going to tell you guys this again. You can write it. You can do whatever you want to. That's our all-star right there.
Facts.
Thank you. Love you, King.
Facts.
You see why I love my kids? See why I love them? God dang it. Freaking love. Love you too.
Kennedy, to just kind of hear those words from coach, what does that just mean to you to hear that level of praise and love from your head coach?
I think it really just brings out the best in me. I've been in situations where I haven't always been valued. Coaches haven't always had my back. She has my back on and off the floor, and that brings out the best side of me. That brings out me as a person. Everyone's getting to know me. I love my teammates. I love being here. We're doing something special, and I'm just so thankful to be a part of something like this. 2 years coming, I'm really thankful to be a part of something like this. I was literally crying in the car yesterday, like, God, I appreciate you so much for putting me where I belong.
How would you evaluate Tspoon's first year as a head coach in the WNBA?
I would evaluate Tspoon's first year is great. I think that she's faced a lot of adversity, as we all have. I faced adversity, and she was able to make me a better player. She was able to help the organization grow, and she was able to make us better women overall. So I think her first year, it was special. We did what nobody thought we could do. We were 12th coming in, and we made a playoff run. Unfortunately, we had a lot of people who were down, and we had a lot of changes, but in the future, I'm looking forward to see what Tspoon can do.
How would you evaluate Weatherspoon's first year as a head coach in the W?
I think she's a really good coach. One thing I say, I like coaches that give me confidence, that shows me that they love and trust me, and I think Coach Tspoon did a great job doing that. And I just love her as a person, as a coach. The energy that she brings is unmatched. So yeah, I'm just super proud of her first year, and excited for many more to come.
My first question relates to Coach Tspoon. I guess just talk about what's been one of her many lessons or things that she's taught you that stuck out for you this season.
I think the biggest thing she taught me was that we might be going through the storm, but at the end of the storm, we're always going to find the rainbow. And I think that's something that happened to us throughout the whole season. You know, either it was people sick, injured, or whatever the case may be. So I think that was the biggest takeaway.
How would you kind of just evaluate not only your rookie season, but Coach Weatherspoon's rookie season as well in the WNBA?
Yeah, honestly, just being able to look back to May, or even the whole draft process for me, I got lucky. I'll always say this, and I will forever say this. Being able to have a coach, not just within her first year, you know, she played under Coach Mulkey, so similar experiences. So coming into this league, it became a breeze for me, just being able to have a coach that really believed in me and trusted in me. And just from the outside, I mean, obviously she had a lot of pressure on her because she is a first-year coach, and especially as a first-year coach as a Black woman, I know it wasn't easy for her. So I tried to even give her some type of like confidence when I always tell like, we'll be fine, like you'll be okay, because I know it's hard. And obviously coming from a 22-year-old, I don't know if that ever meant anything, but I know just being able to be there for her, because I know how hard it is to be a rookie at something or the first of something. So I will continuously and always say, like, I was lucky and blessed to be able to have Coach Tspoon, and continuing my years with her, I know everything just can continue to just get better.
I feel for them. They've been absolutely outstanding this entire time that we've been here. A great group of young women. Basketball is something that they do, but they are incredible young women who are going to do some incredible things, not just with basketball, but other things that they desire in life. And I have had an enjoyable time being in their presence every single day. We all are learning from each other. We were all growing together, and it was a beautiful thing to be a part of, because every one of them know, and I'll make sure everyone else knows, across the country, across the world, how much I love and respect them. And I know that they'll do great things. I know when they leave here that they're going to be much better when they step into their own organizations and start to play with one another and play with their teams. I know that they will do great things. And that I'm proud of. I'm proud of their effort. I'm proud of how they competed. I'm proud of how resilient that they were the entire time being here, never giving up. They don't have that give up spirit. We don't even own a towel to throw in. So this is a great group of young women that I had an opportunity to be a part of. And I enjoyed doing it with them.
Jordin was just up here and she got emotional talking about what you have meant to her. You know, last night we heard Dearica and you talk about you getting the team like awarded you the microphone in the locker room. You spoke about this overall experience, right, for you, but what has working with this specific group of women done for you inside for Teresa?
And I think you probably said it best. You know, I'm known as Spoon, I'm known as Tspoon. But when you break it down and you call me Teresa, Weatherspoon, is different. It's a total different feel. It's a total different outlook. I opened up a lot with them. We decided the most important thing was to pour into one another. And I think that's a beautiful part of being a part of basketball. And when you talk about each one of them, I can tell you something great about each one of them. I can just run it down and tell you. And for Jordin to say the things that she does about me, she's a true extension of who I am, what I believe in. She's an incredible leader, cerebral in so many ways with this game of basketball. And to watch her grow as we've been here has been great. And what has it done for me? There's another level of motivation that has been given to me from them, from those 6 women in that locker room. They've motivated me even more. I was so happy to go home and study more, to grind more, to pour into them more. I cared about how do I put them in positions to be successful? How do I help them to continue to grow? How do I help them to continue to build confidence in themselves every time that they step between those 4 lines? How do I help them to understand what this game will bring? How do I help them to understand that this game is going to test you? But in the test, you don't fail it. You don't fail the test, you're equipped. And that was my job, to equip them every single night. So when that test came, they were there to pass the test. And that has been the most important thing that I've had an opportunity to be a part of and watch them grow. I love them. You can write that.
Why is it important for you to develop such personal relationship with your players?
Why are you doing it? That'd be your question. Are you just doing it for the wins? No, I don't. The wins come in many, many, many ways. Of course, you want to win when you're playing the game. You work your butt off every day. Of course, you want to win, but wins come in many, many ways. And we've won in so many ways the entire time that we've been here. Yes, I'm very passionate about everything that I do. But when it comes to this group, it's something very special about this group, y'all. It's something very special about this group. And I'll never forget the things that they've done for me in these 10 weeks. I'll always tell them I owe you. I owe you. It's important for us as coaches. I'll speak for myself. To gain relationships. I want to know why you do what you do. I want to know why is so important. So when I see something happen, I remind you why. You can never fail your why. Never fail your why. And this group never failed their why.
Thank you so much, Coach.
Appreciate you all.
Yeah, man. So there you have it. That's what the players that Teresa as coach had to say about her. So I'm here just to put a little bit of respect on Tspoon's name. Just to recap real quick, Jordin Canada said, Tspoon has been life-changing. She really spoke life into me. She's consistent in her work, consistent in her energy. She truly, truly, truly loves us. Dearica Hamby had to say, you came at a perfect time in my life. I wanted to grow in a certain area, and you knew that without me having to say a word. Chennedy Carter said, you know, she has my back on and off the floor, and that brings the best out of me. Kamilla Cardoso said, I like coaches that gives me confidence, that shows love, that shows they love me and trust me, and Coach Tspoon did a great job of that. Reese said, I got lucky being able to have a coach that really believed in me, that trusted in me. I was lucky and blessed to have a coach like Tspoon, right? And this is just a couple of the players. There's a lot more players that I didn't get to in this video. But this is Coach Tspoon, man. Coach Tspoon is more than just an X and O's type of coach. Coach Tspoon is a coach that's gonna pour life into you, right? Coach Tspoon is gonna pour confidence in you. She's gonna make sure you motivated. And as these players said, she's gonna do that for you on and off the court too. So, you know, Coach Tspoon was able to affect players on the NBA level when she worked with the Pelicans, her and Swin Cash. You heard players like Zion come out and say how much of an impact he had on her, that she had on him, excuse me. Obviously, she had an impact in the WNBA as a player with the Liberty. We all know with those group of players there in the beginning of the WNBA starting, she was a part of that, carrying that torch. Also, as a coach last year on the Chicago Sky, the impact she had on Kamilla Cardoso, on Angel Reese, and a lot of those other players. I've heard Diamond and Shield say, she's not personally a spiritual person, but she appreciated how Tspoon would come in and pray for her, and again, really poured life in her. She really appreciated that. So, and then in that Unrivaled as a coach, you see what her players are saying about her as a coach in Unrivaled, how she really connected with the players. She said there's a difference in being Tspoon and being Teresa. So I guess Tspoon is a person the world know, but only certain people get to know Teresa, and it seemed like those players on the vinyl got to know Teresa. And getting back to the Chicago Sky, like I said, I wanna put some respect on Tspoon's name, because I don't think it was fair what happened to her in Chicago. Right, she got fired in her first season after receiving the worst team in the league. Right, the players who was on that team that made it to the playoffs the year before all left. So she inherited a team that lost all of their star players and inherited 2 rookies and kept them in the playoff race all season, along with dealing with illnesses and injuries and dealing with disgruntled locker rooms, the vets feeling some type of way about the success that the rookies is having, and dealing with all of that. She still kept the team afloat. She still poured love into everybody, whether it was the vets or the rookies. She poured love into everybody. And I think she did a good job, me personally. Even one thing that I've heard, one of the reporters say something like, she lost her job due to the inexperience she had. Well, she was growing, right? She was growing. Isabel Harrison said that before the Olympic/All-Star break, that Tspoon had one offense that the team wasn't really comfortable with, and she said after the All-Star break, Tspoon adjusted. Right, that shows a coach that's growing. Tspoon adjusted, had more of a motion offense that everybody was comfortable with running. So Tspoon was growing in her first season and got fired. It wasn't allowed to, show what she could do in season 2. So, I think that's crazy. I've heard one of the reporters say something like, one of the reasons she got fired is because the organization didn't think that vets would want to play for her. Well, this is what the vets are saying about her, so that's bullshit, right? And she's a Hall of Famer, man. She's a Hall of Famer. Teresa's a Hall of Fame coach. So she's a Hall of Fame player, Hall of Fame coach. So I think she'll be an asset to any team she'll go to. So with that said, before we end this video, let's get into what's next for Tspoon, right? And I believe what's next for her should be another head coaching opportunity, but we know that all of the head coaching opportunities has been filled up. So my personal opinion, if Tspoon is open to this, and I think she is, and if an organization is open to this, I think Tspoon would be a great assistant somewhere, right? And the 2 teams that I think about is the Aces and the Liberty, right? Obviously the Liberty, because that's where she made her bones at. That's where she made her name at, in the Liberty. So why not go back to the Liberty as an assistant under Coach Brandillo and learn, right? You could always strengthen up your weaknesses. So maybe she could go there. That's a championship organization. She could go there, see how they do things, maybe add it to what she does, so that the next time she get her opportunity as a head coach, she's even better, right? She's even better. Or the Aces, right? Under Becky Hammond. Her and Becky Hammond got a relationship from the Liberty days. That was her rookie back with the Liberty. So why not go to another championship organization, right? Learn for a year or 2, see how they do things, and maybe in 2026 or 2027 she gets another opportunity to be a head coach, and now she doesn't have the tag on her of being a rookie head coach that was inexperienced. She doesn't have that now. She has experience under her belt. If she goes in one of those two organizations, she's working for two championship organizations, and she'll be an asset any place she goes. Like I said, she's a Hall of Famer. Let's not forget that. But I believe she could work. That's just two teams I came up with. If you guys because she could go to any team and be an asset. So if you guys got a better idea, definitely let me know in the comments where you think Tspoon, what's next for her. Where would she be a great addition at? And thanks for watching, man. Like I said, hit me in the comments. Definitely subscribe to the video. I'm on a road to 500. Shout out to anybody that get me there. I want to say I appreciate you guys for supporting me. Anybody who hit the sell in the Cash App, you already know. Thank you. I appreciate that. And everybody stay blessed.